Martin Luther King Jr. He is someone who detected the anxieties and appetites and desires of his time. This period from about 1945 to 1965 is exceptional in American history because Americans otherwise have a pattern of being fairly suspicious of experts. But in the wake of World War II, when charismatic leadership in the kind of emotional, demagogic sense really became associated with Adolf Hitler and the Holocaust and the horrors of fascism, there's this turn across Western countries among both academics and journalists, and I think at a popular level to some degree, to say, if that's what charisma is, it has no place in Western democracy. We want expertise and reason and institutions. And Martin Luther King understands that about a certain dimension of his cultural moment and leans into his academic training. And if you watch footage of him on network news,
he's an intellectual.
Absolutely, voice of cool reason. Now, in other contexts, he was equally able to tap into the Black Christian prophetic tradition. So he could he had an agility that I think is a feature of successful charismatic leaders, is a kind of flexibility to meet the moment. But the key thing is that ultimately the story he was inviting his followers into, come see the world, come believe you can change it, was all kind of framed within a faith in the rule of law. So, ultimately, the mechanisms for change that his wing of the civil rights movement put their faith in were the legal mechanisms, the mechanisms of the procedures of democracy. And I think what is the biggest red flag is when a leader expresses disdain for those mechanisms and sees this charismatic story as a vehicle that really elevates personal power and authority over everything else. And if procedures get in the way of that, well, too bad for the procedures. I think that's the thing to really look out for.